this is a weekly reading for Scorpio. I have quite a few cards for you. I have, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 13 cards for you this week, so 13 might be significant also for you. Alright, so let's get started with the first card, which is going to be you right now. So we have Justice. Okay, Justice it indicates a decision or a choice. Okay, so you might have to actually be a judge yourself or a juror, or have to deal with a particular case or something. Alright, so number 2, we have the week's theme. We have the 3 of Wands. I'm going to zoom this out a little bit. Sorry if it made anybody seasick, but there's a lot of cards here. Okay, so the 3 of Wands foretells success in their business or creative endeavors. So you might actually be doing something that's either, I would say writing, because we have the Justice and we have the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands kind of, I feel, is more like a creative type of thing, where the 3 of Cups is more of like a celebratory. The 3 of Swords is more of a heartbreak situation. And the 3 of Pentacles is bringing something to the table. But this is kind of more creative, I think. So, yeah, I think it's more of like a writing thing. So, number 3, we have the challenge of the week. The challenge of the week is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a hyperactive, hard to control child. So you might be dealing with a child with ADHD, or one that has autism, or one that kind of just, they're young people. They're, they always want to play. They're just full of energy. So you might be dealing with a child too. So it might be very difficult to do what you want to do, but at the same time have to deal with your child or what they want to do. So it's kind of like, I need to do this, but my child wants to, do some other things. So you kind of have to deal with the situation at hand. You're going to have to do whatever creative thing you're doing, but in a way that includes your child in it. Okay, so it might be a little bit different than you're used to, or that you wanted to, so it might be different from your routine. Alright, so number 4 is lesson to remember. This is something from your past. We have the Emperor. The Emperor symbolizes structure and power. So probably in your past you were very organized. You knew what you wanted, you knew how to get it, or you knew how you wanted your life to be. So you were probably single and didn't have kids. So you were probably like, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and this. And then when you had kids, it kind of, stirred the pot of, oh, that's not going to happen now. So, everything's going to be a thing, It's not about you anymore. It's about everything else that's going on. So, number 5 is lesson you will learn. We have the Chariot. We have a career aspect here. So hard work is about to be rewarded. So you might have just paid off certain things and you're just like, I just need money. You might actually get a promotion, or you might get a large payout that you didn't expect. So that'll be nice, especially around the holiday season. It's always good to pay off some bills during the holiday season, because the creditors and stuff are not, they wouldn't know. They'd be like, oh my gosh, okay, thank you. But yeah, usually creditors, they don't really expect you to pay everything off during the holiday season. So if you can throw them a bone, do that when you can, like a large thing. So then, they'll be like, oh, okay, you did that. Just make sure that you copy down the confirmation number, because a lot of times some weird stuff happens, either with their computers or new people, and you need to make sure that your stuff goes through. Alright, so number 6, gifts of the week. There's a lot. I'm going to try to get through these as fast as possible. It might work, it might not. So we have the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is material security is at risk. We have the Queen of Swords, an intelligent, perspective woman. So there's somebody here that kind of is trying to help you figure out things. It could be me, could be somebody else. But yeah, there's plenty of ways to view the same thing. It doesn't have to be one way, like some people think. But, you know, there's a few. There's the Fool here. We have take a risk. Do not worry about what others think. That's exactly what you should do. Because there's so many people that are wrong in the world. Like, how you live your life is entirely up to you, and whatever other people think is not really going to affect you, because you have to live your life. Other people don't live your life, you know what I mean? So, we have the World in reverse. So, completion is inspired yet delayed. So, there's something that's going to continuously be a problem. It could be a person. Some people just can't mind their own business. Anyway, we have judgment here. A awakening, making a choice on a particular issue that affects you directly. So there could be an issue that you kind of need to speak out about too. So everybody kind of knows what's going on. Alright, so something to that effect. Okay, so we have the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is a future loss is possible. So that could be with your current situation, or it could be future situation. We have the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is worry about money and your career. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is an urge to change. So there's something here that's going to change very soon. Or you might be changing your job. So it could be one or the other. Which, you know, both are good because it depends of what you can take and what, you know, the job actually entails. Because some people want too much out of their employees when it's like, you're not paying me enough to give a shit, really. That's basically the reason why I left a lot of my jobs. Because I'll do anything for my employer, but there's some things that I'm just like, if I get injured, I don't have health insurance, so I can't really do that. So that's my limits. Hard limit. Anyway, let's see what your channeled messages are. There's quite a few of them. So success in legal affairs, winning a legal case, a female lawyer who's impartial and very fair, let go of guilt, starting over, injustice, a criminal, the right decision, see, leading to a better position, see, crime author, investigative journalism, see, communicating on social media, journalism, changing the world through writing, there's some rudeness, a bully or somebody who's jealous of you, or who characterly, you know, implodes your ideas. And then there's somebody who mentors young people. And then there's questioning authority, authority of authority. And then there's a criminal that's, you know, running amok. So this is all the stages of actually writing a Scooby-Doo novel. But depending on what you do as a career, you might actually want to write about your experiences if they're interesting enough. Some people write the same thing and then they just put their name on it, which is weird. But if you've dealt with some people that are in like politics, or people that have been in like the public eye, like, you know, news or something, you should probably write about that, you know, and your experiences, because that's kind of part of journalism that never gets covered. Like, if you deal with news anchors and news reporters, like, some of them are just too much. You can see with like celebrities and stuff. And then there's some that are too relaxed, where they kind of wait for information to come to them, or advice, tips, stuff like that, which is very weird, to be honest. But yeah, it's a very touchy type of industry, I think, because it doesn't work for everybody, and a lot of times it can be more of a nuisance than actual journalism. You know, they kind of cover things that would sell a magazine. You know, they'll exaggerate some of the articles to suit what they're pushing as the narrative. You know, it's not good. But anyway, Scorpio, hopefully this helps you out in some way, shape, or form, gives you some new ideas for whatever you're doing, and, you know, put you under a different perspective, you know, of the world as a whole and what you've been through. Whether it's novel worthy or it's a story worthy of, you know, just normal people that might be going through the same stuff you are, you know. Anyway, I will see you in the next reading. Hopefully this helped you out in some way, shape, or form. You had a lot of messages. And, you know, there's a lot of things here that are actually changing for you. So, within the next coming months, you might actually be seeing a lot of different things headed your way. A lot of different offers, a lot of endorsements you might have to do, and a lot of other stuff. So it's going to be pushing the limit of what actually you might be able to do, and you might be overbooked at some point. You might be exhausted. So just take on stuff that you feel is necessary for your branding and who you are as a person. Don't kind of stray out of your limits. That's when you become a sellout and you kind of don't know where you stand with your own fans and your own publicity stuff. Anyway, Scorpio, I will see you in the next reading, alright? Later.